Sean Cruz of TD Ameritrade joins us now for the Trader Rundown. And what's on your radar? What's really catching your eye in this market? Because there's so much happening on Capitol Hill and geopolitically.
There is. So earlier this week, we were looking at news on tariffs. Looks like China's not going to be as heavy-handed in their response. We also saw Mark Zuckerberg go testify to Congress. That went a little bit more smooth than I think some people had feared. And I think now we're starting to hear President Trump start tweeting a little bit about Syria. So now it's, as we had some risk coming off, we've got a new one coming on, and that's causing markets to kind of maybe be a little bit more hesitant here. But we did have a fairly strong start early on in the week. So I think right now I'm just going to be looking at VIX and waiting to see if VIX really backs off close to that 19 handle. Then I think markets might really have a strong footing to move higher on.
Let's take a look at some of your trades. Facebook, do you think that traders are starting to maybe be a little cautious about this? We saw a couple of run-up days here this week.
It did. So looking at Facebook, I think there was a lot of uncertainty around what was going to come out of Congress. They really were looking at the tone of the interview when Mark Zuckerberg had to go and testify. I think it wasn't as strong as some had feared, but they still voiced some concerns. So I think right now, a lot of traders look like they're playing a little bit of consolidation and maybe a slight pullback from the levels we're at. And so we're seeing a lot of activity on the call side, and looks like what that could be is just people who have been holding that stock and are expecting that consolidation are selling those calls just to collect that premium if Facebook does in fact stay here or maybe even pull back a little bit.
And then there seems to be some fallout from Facebook that's been moving into the options world, into Twitter.
Yes.
Which I find fascinating.
It is, and I think it's the same reason that we were looking for Facebook, why we're seeing some activity and what the price expectations are there. I think it's pretty much the exact same thing as Twitter, because the fear was whatever Congress was going to do would not only affect Facebook, but would also affect companies with a similar business model, like your Twitter, a social media company that uses ad revenues to really drive a lot of their earnings. So I think right now you're seeing Twitter, same type of trade play out, where a little bit of consolidation, slight pullback from here, but we're seeing a lot of activity on those 32.5 and 35 calls, which are just slightly out of the money. So it looks like a similar setup to what we're seeing in Facebook.
Sean, thanks so much.
Thank you.
Check out businessfirstam.com to find out where to see our entire show. And don't forget to like, follow, and share Business First AM.